Hey, what's going on? Guys, we're here live with Tony again at Buckboard Marina down here at Flaming Gorge. Just kind of promoting the upcoming tournament this weekend, Hell on Reels. So we got a few teams signed up right now. We need a few more. So if you guys are out there kind of wondering, on the fence, fishing's been good. The weather looks like it's going to be great this weekend. So what's going on, Danny, Sean, Lonnie? What's going on, guys? Good to see everybody again. As far as fishing goes, fishing's been picking up. So we had that crazy full moon about a week or so ago now, and so the bite is kind of rebounded. A lot of the big lakers are moving south, but there's still plenty of pops and salmon being caught. Salmon are big this year. We got a 4-pounder this morning, and then kind of some cool stuff happened. Was it day before yesterday? Had a guy bring in a 16-pound brown out here.
Yeah, Brown, he called in and he wanted to know if we had a scale. And I go, yeah, I got a certified scale. And he goes, I got a little brown. Guys, he's a good fisherman. The browns behind us are his. Anyway, he called up and I kind of figured it was a nice fish. And so we went down there and it was an amazing brown. I got a picture of it. I'll get it up there. It was 33, just under 33 inches long, and it was 16 pounds.
And that's
Released. So yeah, it's out there. It's a good looking brown. It was one of the lake browns, like we was talking about. Not sea forellen, yeah, not a river brown, but a real honest to goodness gorge brown that was in here way back when. The fish is beautiful, female, released healthy, so we're excited that she's in here close by.
Yeah, that's kind of a unicorn of a fish nowadays out here in the gorge. It used to be, 20, 30 years ago, that'd be a good brown out here. Because guys were catching, 20, even over 30%, or 30, not 30%, but 30-pound browns. What's going on, Chris? What's going on, Wayman? Yeah, we're fishing every day out here, Shane. You need to gather a bunch of the boys up from down there at ADOC and bring them out here and see what life is like up here at Buckboard.
Yeah, come up here and fish with us. We'd love it. Yeah, we need the support. We need the community support, angler support. Come up here and help us. It's for a good cause, and it's going to turn into something good every year, and it's going to be better once we get some money to play with and we can actually do something for the fishery. This is how we're doing it. We're doing it with the sportsmen. We're not doing it with asking for a grant or whatever. We're going to do it through sportsmen's, and that's the only way to really generate it, because the sportsmen's the guys that know what's going on in the fishery. From the bait to what's happening out there. Just balance it out and make it a hell of a fishery. Maybe get some of these browns back in here again. I mean, how neat would that be to go out there and be trolling and be producing 10 to 20-pound browns, and it's there. I mean, it's right there still. The fishery ain't going nowhere, but without some TLC, it could. It very well could.
Yep. And yeah, that's kind of what we talked about, last time we were on here. And, those of you guys who haven't yet, the post we did yesterday, make sure you go like and share it, because we are going to do a pretty cool giveaway. We're going to give away, a set of blades and, some tube jigs. So basically the setup that we use out here for big lake trout, you guys have an opportunity to win.
Yep.
But all you have to do is like and share the post that we posted yesterday, and we'll get you entered for that. We'll announce the winner of that, by the end of the tonight or maybe tomorrow. Give you guys a little bit of a chance to do that. You can also see down there on the ticker we have the code on there. So if you guys are looking at buying any dynamic stuff, they have it here at Buckboard Marina. They have J-Specs, HDs, micro attacks, trout attacks, the HD ice, and then also the sneak attacks in stock in a variety of colors. So, if you guys haven't checked out the fishing shop out here, make sure you do that as well. But I have a discount code there. If you guys are out of state and can't make it down here to buy some stuff, you can use that code to get 15% off. That's going down there as well.
Yeah. and we're going to give a ton of prizes away during the tournament, before and during. We have a lot of good sponsors. A lot of the tackle companies are stepping up and giving us some nice stuff, and we have some really good prizes. And it's going to be, it's going to be a win-win for everybody. So come out and support us, and let's go fish, and let's see who is the good, the better, or whatever,
the best, the ugly. Well, Matt Hill says that the Bloody Marys are the best down here, so they're kind of hard to beat.
How about the balls we had the other day?
Yeah.
What about the buffalo balls?
Nobody's
talking about where's the input? 52 pounds of balls.
Gone.
Yeah, that's what we sold.
Yeah. So they had some Rocky Mountain oysters down here. And you guys doing anything crazy for the Derby down here, food-wise?
We're doing Navajo tacos. They're delicious.
There you
go. Redneck Sister is going to put out some really good stuff. Yeah, we'll do the Navajo tacos Saturday, and Sunday, of course, the Bloody Marys and whatever she does on there. It'll be good. Around for the award ceremony type stuff.
Perfect. Well, we'll kind of dig into fishing a little bit. So, the salmon out here have been absolutely huge. There's been several fish over 5 pounds already caught this year. For those of you guys that don't know as well, they make custom Kokanee tackle down here as well. So if you got something that you want made, Tony or TJ can get that stuff made up for you. But the salmon right now, I know for me, I've really relied heavily on my live scope this year to kind of figure out where they're at, because they started off the year, they were down 40, 50 feet. Now these fish are anywhere from surface to 40 feet.
Yeah. Walls against walls down the river channels.
Yep.
You really got to hunt them. I mean, you really got to be really specific in hunting them. But I'm telling you, it's well worth it, because the Kokanee this year, they ain't got a lot of length like they usually do. You get up in that 24-inch and that, but you get in 22 to 23 inches, and these fish are, they're pushing forward a little over. I've seen some. I've heard a lot of people catching 5s, but boy, I haven't seen one yet.
Not one in person anyway.
A lot of these out of towners. Yeah, we got 5-pounders all over. Yeah. Show it to us.
Yeah.
Just bring in a picture. But yeah, at 20, that fish would be 24 to 25 inches easy. But there's not very, there is some repeats, 5-year-olds, but there's the potential of even bigger fish this year. We've had some fours and halves come up. So, it's in the fall we're pushing 6, not too far from the record.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close, but the water temperature out there first thing this morning was at 58, but it's been warming up to the low 60s, 62, 63 by the end of the day. The next couple days look like it's going to be a little on the chillier side, or what it should be this time of year, mid 70s, and then this weekend and the rest of the next week, it looks like it ramps up into the upper 80s, mid 90s. So that's really going to get that water up, and it's going to push those salmon down a little bit deeper. But we were kind of behind schedule on water temperature a week and a half ago, and now we're kind of.
And the water's coming up, so that's good. So the inflow stopped. So they've stopped the water going out. Water's coming in, it's coming up. So the fishing will get better, because it'll start pushing up and start pushing the plankton and everything up higher. It should get back to normal here in the next couple of weeks as far as a higher bite. The fish they're up higher. I mean, guys are really, I think some of the guys are struggling for one reason is, you got to find them, but they're up high. They're up high early in the year.
Yeah, so if you're out there, you don't have live scope and you just have that traditional 2D or side scan, a lot of times, if you're out there and you're not marking fish, chances are if you're in the river channel, there's going to be salmon there. You just need to put your stuff down in that top 20 feet for the salmon. It seems to be pretty killer. And I can see that stuff on my live scope. I can see those fish, when they're up, surface to 20 feet, and that really helps me kind of dial in my stuff. And so the kind of the hot colors right now are going to be your oranges and greens. That's what was killing it this morning. And also, if you throw in some lighter purple.
Purples are really underlooked. Yeah, purple, blue, many of the tournaments we placed in, as far as when I fish, the bigger fish always. I like fishing this time of year. I like blues. I like blue everything. So yeah, works really good. And green blues.
See if that helps a little bit with the sound. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, those blades. These are different blades. They got a little. We went up to 120 on there, but yeah, perfect. Marcus, just want to make sure we're doing good. Just move the microphone a little bit closer to us here, so you guys can hear him, so he's not so far away. Get caught up on the
colors: purple, green, yellow, white. Which color? What do you want?
I want all the colors.
I love them all.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah, we'll make you lures too. Come on down and look at what we're making, and we make some pretty amazing stuff. There's some guys that have been running them this last week and producing a lot of big fish. We got one guy that got one that's 23 inches. And the fish was over 4, but it's really nice tackle.
Yep.
You've been using a little bit. You still got paint on yours?
Yeah, I finally lost that one day. Oh. Yeah, I lost about half the paint on the. Caught so many fish on it this year that I lost half the paint and most of the paint on the hooks. And then today had a client reeling in a big one, and wind came up, kind of pushed the boat a little bit, and just things happened and it snapped. So yeah.
Good thing you know somebody that can make it.
Right, exactly. So that's kind of been the hot topic for salmon. There's a couple schools out there at Anvil. A lot of guys fishing out there by the ranch at Brenniger's as well. For salmon have been doing pretty good.
Cliffs up in there, Brenniger's. There's probably at least 7 or 8 nice schools. 4-year-olds moving up the river.
Yep.
So, yeah, they're moving up. You just got to find them, and they're moving around. They're getting ready. They're definitely here. They're getting ready. Some go up the river. Some spawn in the lake. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It just depends on what school's in here at what time, and that's why people say they disappear. They do disappear. They go up towards Fontenelle, but once they get in the river system, you're not going up there trolling for them. So, but they do move up. We have lake spawners, so it's one moves out, one school comes in. No big deal. Maybe a day, 2, a week in between, but don't lose your patience on all the areas, because the areas that we're telling you that schools always come back to this area. Big fish, nice 4-year-olds.
Yep, big ones. And as far as the lake trout goes, there a few guys have been struggling, but there's been a few of us that have been doing really good. It's kind of switched over more to a trolling bite than a jigging bite right now. I know there's still some guys out there catching some fish trolling. Let's see. Hopefully. Is there a way to pay remotely and not get paid an extra $18 for the Derby?
Free cash.
Yeah, there you go.
Free cash for the captain's meeting. Be here before 5.
Yeah, be here. Yeah, be here before
5. We'll register you all the way up to 5 o'clock. Just don't make it a shit show at the end. But yeah, we will. Whatever you guys want to do, we can save you a spot.
Perfect. So you guys heard that. Just be here before 5 o'clock Friday. You can sign up in person. That way you're not missing out on anything. Bring cash to sign up. Yep. So yeah, the audio. Internet's always. What about Venmo?
Venmo, yeah, we got Venmo.
Could they do that?
We got Venmo.
All right.
We got Venmo. You got Venmo?
Yeah.
Everybody.
What's your Venmo?
Oh no.
We'll
get it. We gotta holler for the one that does that.
Yeah, so we'll talk to Jen, guys, and then if you look for a post on the Buckboard Marina at Flaming Gorge Facebook page, they'll put that Venmo information up so you guys can pay by Venmo. So that's good. That's a good idea for getting that, and then that way everybody's good. But kind of back to the lake trout stuff. Most of the big fish have kind of started making their yearly pilgrimage down south. Quite a few fish, in the Anvil area. Antelope Flats has got a lot of fish. The canyons are starting to fill up with a little bit more lake trout as well. The usual spots, Swim Beach, Linwood Bay. That's where I've been kind of going down south there lately for big fish. But, we went up here right outside of Buckboard today. I just had a 2-hour trip, and so we just did a little pup fishing, trolling in the morning, caught 3 nice fat fish. The biggest one was about 10 pounds. And yeah, they're healthy.
These are the healthy
26, 27-inch fish, and it was just over 10 pounds fat. Opened it up, and lo and behold, had about a 17-inch salmon in its stomach. Yeah, so it had a 17-inch salmon in its stomach and 2 little rainbows about 6-7 inches.
The ones they planted last Thursday.
Yeah. So
Yummy.
yeah, they were real dark meat, good fish. For those of you guys who are wanting to do, the pup category, there's a lot of opportunity pretty much anywhere on the lake.
The harbor. I mean, just right outside the harbor, the next bay over, South Buckboard up one bay, it's loaded with pups. You guys, I mean, come clean them out. Help us out, man. There's a lot of them things. It's fun. 12 per day, 24 in your possession. People should be taking advantage of stuff like that, but it's a good thing. There's a lot of pups just right here in the vicinity. I mean, within a mile radius of this harbor, any direction, and there's big fish too, but they are moving south. But there is still a few big ones, 15, 20, maybe a 40, maybe a 50.
Yeah, there's a couple lurkers.
Oh, catfish. I mean, that was the cat. I'm sorry, that was catfish.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much the report here. I know a lot of guys are doing pretty good. Williamsport, Granby, stuff like that in Colorado, the fishing's kind of picked up pretty good up there. I've been seeing a lot of cool pictures from a lot of guys up there, and then looks like Blue Mesa's doing pretty good. I've been seeing quite a few fish over 30 pounds being caught down at Blue Mesa, which haven't seen a whole lot of fish like that the last couple of years. So it's good to see fish like that kind of coming back. Also, if you guys keep track on our Facebook page, we're going to be promoting small businesses, and some Father's Day gift ideas as well. So right now we have some Ninja Rub up there, some good Ninja Rub from Bryce Scanlon. So he's got his Ninja Rub, Scanlon's Ninja Rub. So we put the link up there on the Facebook page. So if you guys are looking for, something to give Dad, for cooking or something like that over the summer, he's got a few different options, some really good stuff up there for that. So just keep an eye out. We're looking for, small businesses kind of in, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, local businesses that make some good gift ideas for Dad without breaking the bank. What's going on, James?
Some really nice gift ideas.
Do you? A guided fishing trip.
Yeah. Whatever makes it work.
So let's see. Chris wants to know, you've been getting into the bass recently. Is wondering if you know some good spots from shore to nail bass. I know there's a good population in the marina. Yeah, I mean, so any marina is going to have a really good population of bass. Unfortunately, the marina area down here is closed to the general public. It's saved for, the boaters down there at the marina. That's kind of their area to come down and relax. But, this time of year for smallmouth out here at the gorge, a lot of guys kind of overlook smallmouth, but they're on any kind of rocky point that you can find.
Nice bass too. The bass that are up here on these points, I mean,
4 or 5
you
pounders.
played with them this week. I mean, them bass they're world class smallies. I mean, it's anywhere. If you just go look on points and just do your time and go south. I mean, go up north, head up towards Fireville, get up in that area. Go up and look in that shallow water, still clean. You'll see their beds. They're there. I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nice bass. They're not everywhere, but there is a lot of nice bass, trophy bass. Small ones you won't find. You're not going to find them very, very, very.
No, all the bass that we've seen have been upwards 17 to 20 inch fish. And then I know there's some that are bigger, but if you look at any of the coves, Rocky Point, stuff like that, basically from Firehole to Anvil, if you want to fish the Wyoming side, you can do that. However, everything on the Wyoming side is catch and release only. The Utah side, it's pretty much the same thing. It's a little bit harder to fish from shore, but there's quite a bit of opportunities, around antelope and stuff like that, just working those rocky points and stuff like that out here.
Yeah, it's a ton of places down there.
Yeah.
Walk around.
All kinds of stuff to get in trouble with down there.
You might find a Big Mac too while you're doing that.
So let's see. Any of you guys got any other questions about anything else? Now's the time to ask them, and we'll kind of be here for a little bit to answer field questions about, kind of we're moving from that spring period to summer. So, after these fish get done spawning, they're going to be pretty, they're going to move and get pretty aggressive that post spawn bite. And then, things start kind of slowing down a little bit for most of the fish out here. But the salmon are pretty much the only thing that really starts to peak July and August. They get kind of crazy out here.
It's fun, yeah. You know the game, and you get up on them, and they're a hoot. I mean, it's some of the funnest fishing. That time of the year. It's hot. Get out in the morning, get it done, get back in. It can be, but the Big Macs too. That can be that July. We put some big fish in the boat in July, so I mean,
yeah,
it can be done in July too on Big Macs too. So.
Yeah, so guys, I'm looking here. We only got 12 shares, so there's only 12 people, by the way it looks, that have done everything that to be entered to win, some lake trout stuff. So, make sure you guys get in there, because what we'll do is we'll randomly draw a winner here after the live show, and I'll announce the winner, and you guys can send us a message, and we'll get that stuff over to you. You can come pick it up.
Nice stuff, dude. Nice stuff. Beautiful stuff.
So Mike O'Hara, yeah. So Marcus, yeah, it's Wyoming side only, which is fine. I mean, I haven't had to go to Utah at all this year. So those of you guys who follow me on Instagram or been watching our Recon Angling Facebook page or my personal page, been catching a lot of big fish this year. I've not had to go to Utah once to catch big lakers this year. So, or salmon, or smallmouth. So the smallmouth here is, for the tournament, is one of the, the cool things about this tournament is the smallmouth are going to be by length. So we're going to have bump boards for lake trout and smallmouth out here for you guys, and browns too.
Browns.
Those are kind of some nice fish that we want to make sure we keep improving, the species here at the lake. So all three of those species are going to be catch and release by length only, which is kind of cool. So, a lot of the bass guys, they're used to, catch, weigh, release, or, just kind of keeping the live well, bring them in for weigh-in. So I think it's kind of a unique challenge for guys to try to get that longest bass. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be fun, because then, I mean, they're all going to be big when you start getting them 20, 21-inch bass, man. They're here, and they're beauties. I mean, that's a big bass. That's 5.5, 6 pounds sometimes. Maybe bigger.
Yep.
Some bass, the conformation is different up north than down south in the lake. Just different fish, but.
So Mike and Sean both say great seeing us live again. So thank you guys for watching, first off. Second, let's see. Mike wants to know what's the biggest kokanee so far this year. My biggest one that I've caught was just over 4 pounds. But like I said, I've seen a picture of one that I was told was just over 5 pounds, and it looks like it's just over 5 pounds. Tony, you've weighed a couple over 4 this year on the scale.
Yeah, we weighed. The biggest one was 414.
So that's close, just under 5 then, huh?
Nice fish, and then, but yeah, they're here. I mean, they're definitely here. That's the biggest one. we've weighed here, but there's some really nice fish. I mean, there's a lot of them 3.5s that are, I mean, they're just, you know, slugs, little 22-inch slugs.
Yeah, they're fat, and you can tell the difference. Like even right now, from even a couple weeks ago, that these fish are stacking the weight on. I mean, some of these fish are 3 or 4 inches thick. You know, you get these salmon, they're thick, and you know, those of you guys that look at my story, I'll post a couple pictures here and there of, you know, the salmon I fillet with my hand out there, and just some really nice fillets on the salmon out here. Great opportunity. So you know, and this tournament's a great opportunity to come out with your friends, hang out, have a good time, and just kind of, you know, see what happens. You know, you got your skill, you got luck, all that stuff kind of combines into these tournaments. So it's
friendship and camaraderie. I mean, everything goes along with it, you know, just the sportsmanship, you know, out there with your, you know, other people, you know, with other boats and competing against them. I mean, it's fun and it's, you know, it's enjoyable, and we do it once or twice a year. So, I mean, it's time to do it and support local business.
Yeah, local business is the key.
Yeah, small business especially too, you know. That's the key is, you know, that's how we feel.
Yep.
You know, from everything we do, small business, family.
So we're going to go ahead and kind of wrap it up. We'll give you guys like a minute or two if you have any other questions. Shoot them in the comment section so that way we can see them, and then we can go over that. But otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up. And then, like I said, look out in the next, you know, later tonight or tomorrow. You know, we'll probably shut it down at 8 o'clock tonight. Give you guys a chance to like and share the post that I posted yesterday with all the big fish. That's the one that you need to like and share to be entered to win the lake trout, basically big blade trolling setup out here. So, you know, that's how you get entered to win that. So, well, I mean, Chris, it's not so much which one's more effective. It's more of when is it more effective. So, you know, jerk baits are really good in the spring and fall, and then you have your plastics, your Ned rigs, your drop shot, stuff like that. All works really good. You know, when those bass are on the bed and post spawn as that water warms up. But each has their kind of time and place. I love jerk bait fishing. You know, it's a lot of fun for those bass. They hit pretty hard, but it's more of a when and not which one is better on that.
Is that Kokanee? What color?
Yeah.
Max, what are you doing today?
Yeah, I mean, it changes so daily out there. You know, I've spent enough time in the water this year to where I have one thing that will work for 2 or 3 days, and then you won't catch another fish on that for a couple weeks. And then they have their little rotation. You know, it seems like early in the year they start off with pink. Pink seems to work kind of throughout the whole year, but pink was good, and then it went from pink to green, and then it went from like green to purplish blue,
Orange.
And then now it's back to pretty much, you know, green and orange were killer today, more of a blade and not a squid presentation. And you know, that will be good for another week or so, and then they're gonna switch back to a different color, probably pink. So
Facing different Dodgers, different presentations.
So we might even, you know, if we get up to 20 shares, so those of you guys who are watching, if we get up to 20 shares, we'll even throw in one of our favorite Kokanee setups. So we'll do a Dodger, custom painted Dodger, and then a custom BMF Kokanee setup if we get up to 20 shares on that post from yesterday with those big fish. So hey, thanks Marcus for doing that. We appreciate it. But if we get up to 20 shares, it's only 8 more shares, guys. So, you know, it just kind of sweetens the pot for you. We'll throw in lake trout blades. We'll throw in a package of tubes. and then we'll go ahead and do a Kokanee setup. So that whole thing right there, you're looking at about an $80 to $90 value right there. Those blades are $40 by themselves. We have a pack of tubes from Colton. So Ned's bait box, I believe. But those are like $6, so that's almost 50. And then that Kokanee setup, $10 for the stuff that you make, and then those Dodgers are another $10, so that's 20. So yeah, a nice little thing there. If we can get up to 20, if we don't get 20 shares on that, guys, we're just gonna go ahead and do the lake trout stuff on there. So it's kind of in your guys' hands. But the most important thing is, if you're on the fence about doing this derby this weekend, we're going to be here. You guys can sign up. You have until 5 o'clock Friday night to sign up for the event. Now, don't come here at 4:59. All right, let's, if you're going to do it, try to get here, about 3, 4 o'clock. Please. What's going on, Matt? But try to get here, and so we can get you guys signed up. We're going to have the captain's meetings is it at 5? 6. Yeah. So the captain meeting is at 6, and then now does everybody from the team have to be here, or just one person?
Just one person.
Okay.
Our captain preferably, but just somebody to represent the team. That's all we need, just to pick up your package, your number, and just go over a few rules and what we're doing. And you guys are probably gonna have questions about stuff, and we'll have the fishing game here to answer them. And it is a Wyoming tournament, so make sure you have your reciprocals and your Wyoming license. Whatever you guys got to do, make sure you get it. And we'll have it here too. We sell licenses here and everything, so we'll have everything here too. But give us time if you come and for the last at 5 o'clock and you want to just our data's kind of limited up.
Yep,
that's what we like it though.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the live show. Everybody who was watching tonight, we really appreciate it. Those of you guys who liked and shared the stuff from yesterday, thanks again for doing that. Like I said, we're going to be having some local products on there, gift ideas for Dad for Father's Day. So kind of keep up with the Facebook page on that. And until next time, tight lines.